Well, hello. I'm going to help you today stop one thing that Uber does that is BS. All right, this one little trick. I don't know why they do it. I cannot understand it for the life of me. But there's one thing. I did a video a few days ago, a week ago, whatever it was, about this one little feature. But there's something I didn't say in that video that I should have. And I'm going to tell you about this because if you're not paying attention, this is so BS, it's unbelievable. Okay, here, let me just get into it for you. My name is Daddy-O. If you're new to Uber or you're new here, please just hang on here. I'm going to teach you one trick. Every Uber driver needs to know this. Every one of you, all right? I'm going to talk about this because it's BS, all right? In your app, when you sign on first day in the morning, down at the bottom left corner there, when you bring up the main screen, you'll see those two little lines and the two little dots there. That's how you get into your preferences for Uber. That's where you select, do you want to do Uber X? Do you want to do Uber Eats? It lets you select doing packaging, whatever you want to do there. That's your preferences. When you set those preferences, they stay like that. They stay at whatever you set it at. Right underneath that, though, at the very bottom, all right, that's where they get you. That's where there's trouble at, all right? There's a setting down there that you need to pay attention to, and that's where you can select your riders. What star rating do they have? All right, you can set it, all right? If a lot of drivers don't realize that. You can select what kind of riders you're getting or what their star rating is. They automatically have you set at 4.0. If you've never looked at this before, you're automatically set at a 4.0. In other words, Uber's going to send you riders that are 4.0 and higher. All right? I have mine set at 4.7. All right? That's my preference. I would recommend maybe a 4.6 for you to set it to. Here's the problem. Here's the BS, though. Anytime you sign off of Uber, anytime you stop go in a store, you just sign off for a few minutes to run in, that changes back to 4.0. When you sign off of Uber, Uber automatically sets it back to 4.0. It doesn't stay like Uber Eats does. It doesn't stay at the other settings like they all do on that page, except for this one down at the very bottom. Anytime you sign off, in other words, every day you go out and do Uber, you need to check that and set it to whatever settings you want to have it set at. All right? I automatically every morning get out and I set mine at 4.7. I don't want any riders any lower than that offered to me, and they won't. It'll stop them sending you the other riders. So you're not getting crappy riders, people that already have gotten bad reviews from other drivers. They're not tipping, whatever it was. Uber drivers have already said, hey, this person's crappy for some reason. All right. That's what happens, though, when you're not paying attention. Uber automatically sets you back to a 4.0. Every time. You can't get away from it. This is total BS. This is a trick. And I've told you about other little tricks. The acceptance rate, that's a trick. All right. I don't pay attention to my acceptance rate. I don't even know what mine is. I could care less. I don't play that game. All right. That's something that Uber puts on every driver that ever starts with them. They want you to think about that diamond, that gold, all that other stuff that I don't care about no more. I've drove Uber long enough to understand it. That doesn't matter. It does not matter in the least bit. All right. It's very easy to stay in Uber Gold. All right. Just as if you're working out here, it's easy to be a gold. All right. I just don't care about the acceptance rate. All right. But this little trick I'm teaching you today is important. It's important. Every driver, please, right now, grab your phone. If you're not watching this on your phone, you can grab your phone, bring up Uber, and you'll see on the main screen there, you'll see those little dots and the little lines down the bottom. That's where you get your preferences at. Click on that and see what you are. If you're a 4.0, comment. If you've done this or you check it after the video, come back and comment. Let us know what Uber has you rated at or set at today. But you need to pay attention to this. Anytime you pull in to get gas, anytime you sign off the app, they're going to automatically set you back to a 4.0. I don't understand why. I do understand why. Because they want you to, they're trying, it's that acceptance rate thing, okay? If you're sitting there turning down crappy riders because of their star rating, it helps Uber get you more motivated to keep your acceptance rate up. You will accept those kind of runs. You will. I'm lost in it right now because it's frustrating. It's frustrating to know. I have a little note set up over here that automatically tells me check settings. That's all it says over here, check settings. All right. So I automatically remember when I get back into the vehicle after I've been signed off for a while, after I do this video. All right. I know I'm going to have to go right back in there and change my settings from the 4.0 up to the 4.7 that I run at. There are occasions I have backed it down to 4.6 if it's not a whole lot of stuff going on. You play that game, but pay attention because Uber will send you crappy riders, people that already said, for some reason, drivers have already said, this is a bad person. That wasn't fun. Whatever the reason was, they've already star rated them down. All right. And if you don't know better, you're going to get that person to be sent to you with that crappy person again. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let me know if you like it. Comment. Leave a comment. Let us know what you're thinking about it. And when you go check, see what you're set at. All right. Like I say, the main screen on your Uber app, very bottom left corner, you'll see it down there for your preferences. That's that little two lines and the two little dots. Click on that. And when that comes up, that's where you do all your Uber Eats and all that. Some of you drivers already know this, but check down at the bottom of that. All right. See what your rider rating is. Set it to whatever you feel comfortable with for your area, your market. But pay attention to that every time you sign on to Uber. That's going to help you get rid of some crappy riders, some people that have been marked down for whatever reason. Why deal with those? Okay, I don't deal with it. That's not my realm of operating my Uber. And the acceptance rate, once again, on this video, it's my opinion. My opinion on the acceptance rate is it doesn't frickin' matter. And that's after years of trying to make gold, trying to do diamond. I've been all those. It doesn't matter no more. I could care less about it. But that little thing down at the bottom, that's BS. That it should stay there. When you set it at, I don't get once a day, okay. But for every time you sign off the app, Uber's screwing with you. That's my opinion. Let me know what your opinion is. Subscribe, ring the bell, do the thumbs up, comment. Anyway, I got that off my chest because I've had to do it like 4 or 5 times a day. I'm like, this is getting old. This is getting old where I have to reset it. Just pay attention to that. Anyway, Daddy-O out. I'm going to let you go with that. It's the beginning of the 4th of July. 4th of July is next week, but this is the weekend. And it's been busy. Daddy-O has only been out here a few hours, and I'm right at 100 already for the day. Anyway, you guys have a good afternoon, good evening. Bye.